What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. So first off, I know it seems a little bit laggy. I'm also rendering a video right now. So if it seems laggy to you, just keep that in mind. And if it all of a sudden comes out of nowhere and it's like super, normal, well, I guess my video is done rendering at that point. But anyway, I just had to get this off my chest. So, I'm sure most of you are familiar with the band 21 Pilots. They're kind of the big thing right now. Everyone loves 21 Pilots. Don't get me wrong, they're a good band. They're good. But I only ever hear 3 songs from them. Stressed Out, Ride, and Heathens. Heathens is by far my favorite. Stressed Out comes in a close second, and at the very bottom is Ride. And you know why? Because that's the only song that they ever play on the radio. I swear, I'll hear that song 3 or 4 times a day. And it gets so annoying how any station I switch to, that will generally be the 21 Pilots song that they will be playing. But then again, I don't necessarily switch to a whole lot of stations. I'll stick with my favorite 2. But anyway, it's just like, I mean, I'm no fan of that song. It's so, like, it just never caught on to me. Unlike Heathens and Stressed Out. But it's just like, everyone loves this song, but I think it's, I think it's bad. And they, does that seem to be everyone's favorite song, or is it just me? Like, let me know what your favorite 21 Pilots song is down below. Like I said, mine is Heathens, but, I don't know, it's like, that's all I ever hear. Like, seriously, the only reason I bring this up is because I was driving into work today, and they played it on the drive to work, and then I had to, I had some calls, so I left the office around 2, and that's one of the first songs that they played. And then I was driving home, like, a couple hours later, and they played it again. That's 3 times. But I heard, like, 5 21 Pilots songs today. Well, I mean, I heard 3, but, 3 Ride, 1 Heathens, and 1 Stressed Out. But it's still just like, they're overplayed, and it's like I said, don't get me wrong, they're a good band and all, but it's just like, I don't, it's starting to lose my interest because I hear it way too much. So, is it just me, or is it being overplayed? I mean, I hope it's not just me, but, yeah, I just needed to get that off my chest, Jeez. All this water right here. Let's see, I also got to order a couple things off of Amazon. I'm looking for a new watch. A new sports watch, that is. I generally have 2 watches, so I have my smartwatch, which is my everyday watch. It's a Moto 360 first gen, for anyone who's curious. And then whenever I go and do some sort of like physical activity, or I'm camping or whatever, then I'll have my secondary watch. And I found, let's see, what is this one? I think it's a Casio. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little Casio. I found it like a couple years ago at summer camp. Someone came up to me and they said, "Hey Cameron, I found this watch. Can you, put it in Lost and Found?" And I said, well, I was the one who was like, "Okay, here's Lost and Found." So like I had all of our guys' stuff. So of course I said, "If you lost a watch, come describe it to me and then I'll give it back to you." But no one ever came up to me. So I was like, "Oh, okay, well this is actually a decent watch. Mind you, it's only like $15, but it's waterproof and, durable and everything." So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll keep it. So I still had it, but the battery died on me the other day, which sucks. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just replace the battery. So there are these tiny, tiny, tiny little screws. So I asked my brother if he had a screwdriver that small. He had something about that size, so I was like, okay, well, that'll do, whatever. And he takes off the back for me and gives me all the parts, only to find out that you can't take out the battery. It's like in there. So I'm like, okay, well, this sucks. So now I'm on the mission to look for another, like, good, decent watch. Like, I'm willing to spend a little more money. Well, I mean, anything is a little more money because I got that one for free. But, like, I found one. I've actually found a couple, but they're metal. And don't get me wrong, I would much rather have metal than, like, leather on my normal watch or the plastic on this watch. But it just doesn't, I'm afraid that the metal's going to scratch or, something. And I don't know, I'm been looking all over Amazon, and I think I'm going to dig around on some other websites tonight and see if I can find some, maybe a dedicated, outdoors watch. Like, I've looked up everything there is, like men's outdoor sport watch, military grade watch, all that stuff. But I still can't find one that I like. And I don't know, like, I've heard this before, like, a watch is like something that really can tell something about you, the style of it, and brands, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to find one that fits me, because it's kind of like a piece of me. I've worn a watch pretty much every single day since I found that other watch 2 years ago. 2 years ago at this point. So a watch is like definitely something that I need. But yeah, and then I've also got to order a new binder for all my scout stuff. I had one for whenever I was a youth, but now I have 2 separate binders, and I'm just gonna get a nice one and put all those papers together. So I gotta look for one, and I think I'm pretty sure on one. It's nothing fancy. It's just it's I don't know if it's leather or not, but just a 3-ring binder with some paper and a couple other business card holders, pen holders, stuff like that, so that I can actually keep all my stuff together. So I've been looking around for that, and like I said, I'm pretty positive on the one that I want there. But the watch I've been looking for one for like 3 days at this point. So I'm really trying to find a good one that'll hopefully last me a while and that looks good. But if I can't, then I'll just stick with that metal one that I did find, and we can go from there. That'll be all right. If push comes to shove. And I think I might have to order a new wallet as well. Mine is falling apart. I have this thing. It's called a Mighty wallet. If you're looking for, I've said this before, but if you're looking for like a cheap wallet that will last you, these are literally the best things you can get. I replace mine probably every 1.5, 2 years. But the thing about these is they're like $20, and they're made out of paper, like a paper-like material. I don't remember exactly what it is, but you can't rip these things. Like, I've had like all of my friends, I tell them whenever they ask what it is, and I tell them about it, and I let them try and rip it, and it will not rip. It's they have cool designs and everything, and this one is starting to fall apart just slightly. Some of the paper, like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I think it's about time. I don't know, but this one has not lasted as long as the other couple I've had. This one's a Captain America one. I had a checkerboard one and I think I had a Superman one before that. I don't remember. I don't know, but they have cool designs. And I found one. I was looking for one like last week, I think. And I found a space one, like a galaxy, which I think if I can find that one again, then I will order that. Because that is pretty cool. And pretty, you know. We'll see here in a few minutes. I gotta go pick up my brother. I don't know why he's out. He's over at a friend's, but it's actually right next to my old house, literally right next door to my old house. You know, they were our neighbors. He's just hanging out with him, so I got to drive over there. So, and it's weird driving. I'll occasionally drive by the old house, like you know, I'll take a different way home and just drive past it. It's weird seeing that it's like, I lived there for 4.5 years, probably, around 4.5 years, and it's like, seeing other people in there now, it's like weird, and I'm curious, me and one of my brothers, I don't remember which brother it was, oh gosh, not this again, but we drove past there, and we were like, I wonder what they did with how they, changed our rooms up. So I've always been interested in that ever since I started moving around into what someone had, changed my room to be. So you guys had seen, plenty of my old room in numerous videos. And then if you look way back at the channel, like I'm talking literally when the channel started, you'll see my really old house in a couple videos, and that was like weeks before I moved out. I started making videos there. That was whenever my dad had lived there. So okay, well, it's 5 till. So I best get going to go pick up my brother. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Diner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it down and care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or you will never know what the room looks like. Well, you probably never will in the first place, but you know what I mean. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it, and thanks for watching.